Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you some concert tips and just some of the things I've experienced in the past couple years of going to a few. And so let's just get right on into the video. But I am going to go ahead and tell you that right off the bat, I kind of knew what I was getting into because I just recently went to a concert this past Friday, which was part of why I was like, I'm not really going to be able to upload and all that because I didn't want to have a bunch of video storage on my phone. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys some tips over it. Now, this was for Winter Jam 2018. Now, some of you may have gone to this, some of you may never have been. It is a Christian concert. They go around every year to different cities and states and stuff, and they have a show of a bunch of different artists. And they had Jordan Feliz, Skillet, they had Building 429. That's just a few. And it was a really amazing experience, and I guarantee you if you go, you will love it. Now, my first tip I'm going to go ahead and give you is to dress comfortably, but not where you're gonna have tons and tons of layers. I typically did not wear a jacket just because I knew the weather wasn't gonna be cold or anything, but I also knew it wasn't gonna be extremely hot either. So my mom and I went out and I got this top from Maurice's, which is a 3/4 sleeve, and it's really, really comfortable, and it's just really, it's not cold, but it's not hot either. It's a very breezy top. It's very flattering as well, and it's got that sparkle, which I love for concerts and stuff. But notice how it has this right here where it ties. That is that's perfect because I didn't need to wear a ton of jewelry around my neck. I just wore my cross, and so it was plenty. I didn't wear any bracelets or anything because it was 3/4 sleeves. I didn't need a jacket because it was 3/4 sleeves. Now this time we were in. I have had where I've gone through general admission. Now it's only $15 at the door for Winter Jam, so you need to have your money ready, and you're gonna go through a metal detector when you get there. So make sure that you have your phone. You take your phone out and you put it. They give you these little dishes. You take your phone out and you put it in the dish and all that. But they said that I was okay to keep my earrings on and my necklace and my jewelry and stuff. Certain things that are big, like your phone and stuff, they don't want you to have it on you. So I made sure. I actually ended up taking off all my jewelry, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I kind of forgot because I thought you had to take off everything, and most of the time you have to take off your belt and everything else. Now, this time we were not in general admission. We actually had special seats, which were up in a booth. If you've ever been to Interest Bank Arena, then you kind of know about those, and it was a really cool experience because we just went straight through, guys. So I think it's actually kind of worth it to pay for that. In my opinion, but someone gave us the tickets. This is really generous of them. But not only did I wear this top, I wore jeans, and I did wear boots, not heel boots. Keep that in mind, not heel boots. I didn't want to have a ton of stuff on me, and next year I may not even take a purse. I debated this year on taking one, and I did take a small one, but I'm like, next time I'm really going to need my phone, and so I'm probably just going to keep that in my boot if I wear the boots again. So I did take a small purse, and this is the size that I chose. It really does not hold very much at all, guys, which was good and bad at the same time because I'm like, what about my sunglasses and stuff? But by the time I got out of the concert, I didn't even need them, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it just has one pocket on the back, which is really great. Now, the few things I do recommend you to bring if you know you're going to be using your phone a lot before and during the concert. Now, we didn't have to wait in line, like I said, so I didn't really need my phone as much as I thought I was, and I only shot one video during the whole concert. I went with my dad, so my dad actually shot a few. So I would recommend, if you're planning on using your phone, is to bring a battery charger and, of course, the cord for your charger to plug into your phone. But they are really cheap. You can get them really small. Walgreens, Walmart, just about anywhere you can get them. And so I did have one of those, and I did bring those. I also brought mints, with me, and if you want, you can bring your sunglasses. You know, I will say this, I wasn't sure if I was going to end up seeing a celebrity or not, so I did bring a Sharpie with me because I thought, hey, why not let them sign the back of my bag? That'd be super cool. But if you're planning on meeting someone, I have heard to at least bring a pen and a paper pad or whatever, if you think, oh, you know, I would love for them to sign it, but don't think that they're going to have something on them to just sign something immediately. And another thing that I brought was hand sanitizer, I believe. So like it's just little things. You may not need all this. Hand sanitizer, because there's been a lot of germs, and yeah. It's definitely been a strong flu season this year, so that is something I would recommend for you to bring as well. Of course, the other thing that you should bring is your lip product to reapply it. And I made sure I had like a lip product that was gonna last me longer than my other lip products might, just because I knew that it would wear off very quickly if I didn't, and then I wouldn't want to have to reapply it so quickly. Now, one thing I would recommend, if you're very low on cash, eat before you come. But make sure you have cash if you're planning on buying merch. But food is so expensive there, guys. And I would recommend, like, if you're gonna get dehydrated, buy a water bottle, and that's it. Don't buy a ton of stuff, because if you've already eaten, then you're just gonna want to have a drink. You're not gonna want to have to buy the food, and I've had to do that before, and it was very expensive, and I didn't like spending my money on that. Now this year I did go with my dad, so he was able to do that. One other thing I'm going to say is when you're just going to get in the big line for general admission, not the one to get straight through like we did, one thing that we have always done is, because we go as a group, was they had people stand in line for you, and then you meet up with them. Like somebody that can stand in line, they don't mind doing it all day, then you can meet up with them and meet up as a group, and people do it all the time, and that's like a really good thing. But if you're not going to be there a while, like I said, bring a charger, bring all that stuff. One other thing I want to recommend, bring earplugs. I regretted this. I have in the past just not worn them because I don't like it, because I feel like I can't hear the concert, but I wish I would have had them for Skillet, because they're the loudest and they're just crazy. It's really, really loud when Skillet gets on stage, because they're at the very end, so they're supposed to be like the best and everything. But I wish I would have certainly had them for Skillet, because all night long my ears did ring. Now I did keep like my TV on very low with light music, so that way I could still sleep and not focus on the ringing entirely. But I have noticed that my ears have been hurting the past few days, like after the concert, so I am like skeptical. I know I should have worn them. That probably would have helped me, but that's up to you. Another tip, buy your merch before the concert. If you know that you are going to be buying merch and that you want merch, buy it before the concert starts, because once it's the end of the concert, everybody is going to be rushing to get to this stuff and be rushing to just get through and to get out. And I really am so glad, because somebody else, like, I was watching videos on this, guys. I've watched so many videos on concert tips this year. I was like, somebody recommended this, best thing I've ever done. And I got 2 t-shirts and a CD, and I'm so glad that we went before, because if we would have gone after, you know, no one's going to want to do that. And another thing is, like, make sure you know what time the concert's going to start. That way you can get there early enough, because they let you in at a certain time, and then they have the pre-show. So while, like, the pre-show's going on, go buy your merch. And ask somebody where the booth is, because I made sure I asked somebody, because you don't want to walk halfway when you could have gone the other way, and it would have been 2 seconds to get to it. So make sure you ask where it is, so that way you're not walking too far. Another tip I would recommend is wear your hair up. Now, it depends if you're going to be, like, up at the front. It depends what type of concert you're going to, of course. So if you're going to be, like, up at the front, you're going to be crammed in there with everybody else, then you're not really going to want to, like, have your hair down, because it's going to be everywhere. Now, I have typically short hair, but I can wear mine up, which is what I like about my hair. So I did wear a messy bun, and believe me, I made sure I sprayed it with a lot of a lot of hairspray so it stayed up. But if you know that you're going to be jumping, you're going to be moving to the music, make sure you wear your hair up, because no one's going to like it if you don't. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be sticking because it gets hot. Now, like I said, I was comfortable in what I was wearing, but it did get a little bit hot. And another thing I would also recommend would be like, know where the bathrooms are when you get there. So like if you know where you're going as you go in, and make sure you know where your group's gonna be after they sit down, and then you leave to go to the bathroom and you come back and they're like, oh no, where'd they go? Make sure you know where they're sitting. That is so important, because I know one year I had gone to the bathroom and I came back and I was like, where's my group? And I realized they were on the other side. I had gone in the wrong section. So make sure, look at your surroundings. Make sure you know where you are. Be very watchful. Make sure you have your phone on you at all times. Make sure you have your bag on you at all times. It's so important, because things get stolen out of people's bags all the time. That's why I like this bag, because there was no compartments in the front. They couldn't flip it open if it was in front of me. They couldn't flip it open and grab something out of it that was mine. So I think it's so important that you're very careful about that, and that you're very watchful. So another thing I think that's important is a buddy system, and having a buddy system. I know that people think buddy systems are like ridiculous, but if you're a young woman like me, you're gonna want to make sure you're going with someone. Like, girls always go to the bathroom together, and I can't disagree. I think that's a very good plan, because you never know who could be around. I think it's important, especially at a concert, because it's very busy, it's very crazy. Anything could happen. There's not going to be security booked at every single entrance. No, so you need to be careful about what's going on. So, I mean, be watchful and make sure you know what's going on, and, not be freaked out. But go with somebody. It helps. I went with, in our group where we were up in the booth, during halftime, because they have like an intermission part. I went with this girl and we walked around together, and it made me feel better. She was a little bit older, and it made me feel better. I knew where I was going because I'd been there before. But if you've never been there and you're with somebody that's been there before, that's really helpful. But it felt better to me to just be with someone to walk around with, so that way I'm not off on my own and I don't get lost and feel crazy and out of place. Because sometimes somebody's phone, like even if you have your phone on you, you could be calling someone and they might not answer because they're in the concert or because they don't hear it or anything. So be very careful and, be safe. That's just my tip. Be safe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed these tips on going to a concert. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And I think that's it. So I will see you all Saturday. Until next time, be happy always. Bye, guys.